From Halas Hall, I'm Kevin Fishbain. He's Arthur Arkush. We're previewing Bears versus Raiders Week 4. And Arthur, this is Friday right now. We don't know who's starting at quarterback. I imagine it's going to be a game-time decision. Jay Cutler, Jimmy Clausen does make a big difference when you talk about this game, but doesn't change the Raiders' defense. Let's start there. Khalil Mack, it starts with him, edge rusher. Charles Woodson in the backfield. What kind of stands out to you about what Oakland does on D?
Sort of the imbalance in their pass defense. I think the numbers are misleading. They didn't have any sacks prior to last week, but I think when you have Khalil Mack and Aldon Smith coming off opposite edges, your pass rush is very formidable. And at the same time, I think their secondary is extremely vulnerable. So it sets up a situation where the Bears would have an opportunity to try and attack that secondary, but I have to worry about Jamon Bushrod, who I don't expect to play, and Charles Leno making his first start at left tackle against Smith and Mack.
Right. They also have Justin Tuck there at edge rusher. Malcolm Smith, former Super Bowl MVP, has been playing well for Oakland. But you're right, secondary, there are some places the Bears can exploit. When it comes to Forte versus the Raiders' run defense for Oakland was fantastic against Cleveland last week, but the Bears have been able to run it pretty much successfully against anyone as long as they're kind of in the game. So even if Cutler is starting, you still imagine that this is going to be a run-heavy game?
Yeah, I think so. The reason the Raiders haven't had to defend the run a whole lot yet is because they've gotten big leads, whether it's Cutler or Clausen. I think the run game is obviously that's going to be the focus here all season, and I do think there's an opportunity. Oakland's been stout, but they're certainly not unbeatable there. That should be an opportunity for Forte and the Bears.
Maybe we'll even see Jeremy Langford in this game. Other side of the ball, Raiders offense looked fantastic against Cleveland. Kind of like the run defense did. Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, that connection's working out well. But Latavius Murray, we haven't talked about him very much this week. 6'3" running back, rumbled for 150 yards against the Browns. And the Bears' run defense has been okay in the first half, but not so much the second half. So what do they have to do better, especially against a guy like Murray?
Yeah, I mean, they got to tackle well. There was some issues getting Thomas Rawls to the ground last week. There were some issues at the point of attack, and that's what I think Bears fans need to remember is that Seattle's offense, this is a major step up with Latavius Murray. Oakland's offensive line, a lot more experienced, a lot more established. So I think Murray is also going to have a chance to be pretty productive, but getting Jeremiah Ratliff back for the Bears should be a big boost.
Amari Cooper versus Kyle Fuller, round 2. These two faced off in 2013. It was the game Phil Emery pointed out when he drafted Kyle Fuller. Is this a type of opportunity for Kyle Fuller to, he's seen the criticism from the fans, the media, his own coaching staff, and this is a big opportunity for him. I imagine this is going to be a really crucial test for him against Cooper.
Yeah, as you said, there's a familiarity there. Obviously, Kyle is coming off his first kind of positives of this season, so it's an opportunity to build off that. Vic Fangio is stressed. You have to experience a little bit of success before you can get the confidence back. So that's a matchup I'll be watching. I know most will be watching. Obviously, we won't be able to see Kevin White on the opposite sideline, but Bears fans will be focused on Amari Cooper, a guy they almost had this offseason.
Soldier Field, noon on Sunday. Bears host the Raiders. One note about the Raiders, they actually have more penalties than the Bears this year if you're looking for any kind of advantage for Chicago. But we'll have all the best news and analysis all game long on Sunday for Bears Raiders. Be sure to stick here to ChicagoFootball.com.